Giving back to your community. Hey, today's topic, it's a little off from our normal subjects that we cover here in these videos, but I just attended an event that really kind of inspired today's video. So hey folks, I'm Dr. Jeff Williams with Creekstone Integrated Medical right here in Amarillo, Texas, and thank you for tuning in. I'm going to tell you a little story about myself that's really not all that flattering, but first I want to recognize that a topic like giving and philanthropy is really difficult to talk about and definitely to do a video about. And the first reason is that you don't want to come off as bragging about what you're doing personally. The best giving is the giving that is done without seeking recognition. I'm well aware of that. The second reason it's difficult to talk about is that you don't want to come off as being preachy to people, and certainly not scolding or anything like that. You never want to make someone feel guilty about something. I think a third reason that this is difficult to kind of speak about is that people, well, they just don't like to talk about money. And that's understandable. Lots of people, myself included, have issues with money. We work hard for our money. Our money, in many cases, is already spent before we even make it, if that makes sense. I think a lot of you understand what I'm saying there. And so while recognizing these issues, I think there's still some room to fit in there somewhere between all of that and still speak about the topic while keeping within the lines that I've really kind of set in my mind for myself. And that's the goal anyways, and that's the spirit, and I hope it's taken that way. First, let's get to that story I mentioned. I want to make a bit of an admission here that I'm not particularly proud of. I am miserly. I admit it. I'll rub those pennies together. I've always been that way. I like to think that I'm a doer. I work a lot, I think. I feel I work fairly hard. Nothing I ever made seemed to come easy for me. At least that's my perception of my lifetime relationship with finances. And then add on top of that the fact that I'm the baby of my family. And some would say even a bit spoiled, I would guess, when I was younger. So I was used to getting my way and was probably all about me for a certain amount of time. I'm just being honest. So when I got married, giving and philanthropy and helping others was in her heart. Bless her. And it always has been. Animals, humans, it doesn't matter. She loves helping. And it took me some time to turn my thinking and my heart around. And she's made me a better person in so many ways. But this topic here is one of the biggest ways I've grown through the years. And it certainly wasn't like a light switch. It was a slow process. It took time for me to not only be comfortable with giving money or resources or time, but to actually seek out opportunities to give and to be excited about giving. Again, I blame my wife, though I'd like to. I can't take any credit for this transformation. And while my wife started the transformation in my heart and in my mind, there were a couple of other compounding factors as well that played a part. It was helped along when I had a phone conversation with a lifelong friend, and he was in business with a couple of other friends of mine from high school. And he was sharing with me how they automatically put back 10% of their profits into an account, and it was strictly earmarked for charitable spending. Now, I've known these guys for years. I grew up with them, and I had no idea that they were doing something that I thought was just such a cool thing. It really kind of took me aback and surprised me, and it made me think, well, what am I doing, And about the same time, I read a book on finances and business. And I won't go into the details because you'll get bored and leave me here. But the book recommended having 7 different accounts and automatically putting certain amounts into each account at the end of every week, each and every week. And that way, when it comes time to spend out of those accounts, whether it's for taxes or a business or charity, it's already there. It's earmarked for that specific purpose. And as a result, there's no emotion attached to the spending. And let's face it, spending money, it can be emotional sometimes, right? So all combined, let's just say that I got the message. and I started taking steps. I set up the separate accounts and I got going. And I can't tell you how much I really started to enjoy the chances to give back. Now, business owners know this, but there are multiple opportunities to give. Sometimes there's multiple opportunities to give back every week. We're approached all the time for these purposes. Now, taking it a step further, again through a friend, I found out about a loosely put together group or movement called 100 Men Who Give a Damn. Now, I asked a bunch of questions and I figured out how to assemble a local chapter. It was really easy to do. You can, if you're interested, you can visit our website at 100menamarillo.com. And you can find us on Facebook as well. But the gist of the group is this. We are a group called 100 Men Who Give a Damn. There are chapters all around, and now the concept is here in Amarillo. There's no parent organization. There's no 501c3. There's no BS. There are only 4 giveaway extravaganzas each year, and we hold them in January, April, July, and October. We just did our January one. Each person that comes commits $100 per meeting. So throughout the year, that's $400. Most people can plan for that. 3 different small to medium-sized charities. We don't have the big ones. Small to medium-sized local charities are picked, and we pick them completely at random to present at each event. Now, each charity will make its case to the group at the event, and then all in attendance will vote on which charity will be the winner that evening. And if we have enough men and women, lots of women come, each charity that was not picked will still walk away with $200 to $1,000. So there's really no losers. But the winner gets the 80% of the $100 checks made out to them. And in the 2.5 years that 100 Men Amarillo has been up and running, even with COVID in the mix, we have been able to give over $45,000 to our area's nonprofits. And that's just crazy to think about. If we that's $45,000 that wouldn't be in circulation to our nonprofits necessarily without the existence of the group, and that's just amazing. If you're interested in taking part in our events, go to 100menamarillo.com, click on the join link. There's no membership. We'll just send you an email when the next event's coming up. It's really that easy. It really is. Very loose organization, but pretty cool. And that's just one way to give back, though. Giving back can be done without bringing money into the picture at all. Some people give back to the community by volunteering at the homeless shelter or by donating to the food bank. I know a chiropractor in Baltimore that I recently met, and he goes down to the homeless shelter with a portable table and adjusts homeless folks that are in need of his services. Does it completely for free, and that's just incredible. So there's so many different ways to give back to our communities. It could be finances, it could be your abilities and your gifts that you gift to others. But giving back to your community is so important, because while in America we are so blessed in general, in reality there are so many that just aren't and need a little extra hand. Just a little at a time, consistently, over time, can make a real big difference for our town, our communities, and our citizens. So I hope you enjoyed the video today. It's a little different than normal, and at the end of the day, we're a healthcare facility, a medical clinic and an alternative care clinic, integrated, all working, broad management to get rid of pain. And we'd love to help you. So if you're from the Amarillo area or you're going to be passing through, you need to be seen, why don't you call us at 806-355-3000. Let's get you on the schedule. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, do us a favor and like, subscribe, comment, and share with your friends and family, the ones that you think would be receptive to the message that's in this video today. Until next week, take care, and we'll see you then.